Hey everybody, happy Friday. It is Captain Foley back, and I'm back with you for another Eaglemoss product review. Today we're going to be looking at the SS Botany Bay as seen in Space Seed. So this is the DY100 class of vessel that Khan was found aboard. So these were really big back in 1996. There was a few of them launched. This one was super top secret at the time, but we'll get into that later. We're actually going to be doing a Trekyards episode. Well, we have done a Trekyards episode on the Botany Bay, so check it out. We're also doing a remastered or a redone one soon. It should be released very soon because the final is up on our site, or not on our site, on YouTube, and I've checked it out. So Sam was going to render it in final, and there'll be another one on the Botany Bay coming up soon. So I thought, well, why not talk about the Botany Bay today? So here's the magazine. You got some statistics down here in the corner. Class DY100, launched 1996, crew of 85, length of 104 meters. So, yeah, great shot of the ship on the front. This is a very cool model that they have here. It's got the proper brownish, rusty hues that it's supposed to have, and it looked gray. The model actually did look like this, the real one, but it looked gray on screen because of blue spill from the blue backdrops that they used for compositing. So just an interesting fact. So I'm going to wonder how the model itself is going to look, but we'll look at that in a second. Open it up. You got the standard how to place it on the stand there. Over here you got a great shot of it from the front, and I gotta say, it looks really impressive from the front. It's kind of a neat design. I kind of wish though that Matt Jeffries had these things at the back instead of being straight up and down. I wish they had tipped in at the top and down at the bottom to kind of give a more different look, different feel. We got some specifications down here, so let's take a look at those. Type sleeper ship, class DY100, launched 1996, length 104 meters approximately, top speed is sublight, and a crew of 85. So no real new information there that's not on the outside of the magazine. Here you got some great detailed shots of the CG model they used for the Eaglemoss model. And there you go, you got a great shot of the Eaglemoss ship there. Or not the Eaglemoss ship, the ship itself right there. Here it says the Botany Bay, a sublight sleeper ship from the 20th century, was used by Khan and his followers when they fled from Earth. So it talks about the hibernation and the cryo sleep stuff. Over here, another great shot of the ship. I love that rust color, that weathering. Matt Jeffries did some of the weathering on the original model. He didn't actually build the model himself. He did design it. He didn't build it, but he did do the weathering. So I wish we could have saw more of that weathering on screen as opposed to the blue spill that we got. But there it is there. And then a little bit about Space Seed and Khan and the genetic supermen. Fantastic orthos of the ship here. This thing's actually very neat. Just the fact that they used old military hardware such as submarines and stuff. Submarines we already know are airtight, so what a great idea to convert one of those into a spaceship. I think that's a fantastic idea for something if you need to do it quick and dirty, so that's fine. So yeah, here it is. Points out some of the different things, like the rear sensor array, nuclear reactor, vertical thrust engine, the solar panels at the back, even though they're more see-through than solar panels, but I just assume they're a more advanced kind of solar panel. So yeah, there it is, looking very cool. And then designing the SS Botany Bay, here we got a shot of the actual ship with the model. of the Enterprise ready for filming. They filmed it for one day, and they actually reused it in the Ultimate Computer as the freighter in the original release of TOS. When they remastered the TOS Ultimate Computer, they put an Antares class freighter there instead. Bit of a shame, they kind of decanonized it being used into TOS time, but makes sense as well because it would have been a very old design. Over here you got some of the original drawings by Matt Jeffries. Again, super talented guy, did some fantastic work, and I love how it's got the different cargo modules and stuff that can be locked into place to make it multi-mission capable. It can do different things, be a cargo ship, be a resupply ship, be a cryo sleep ship, whatever. That's actually kind of cool. Here again, there is the actual filming model. Being tilted and tipped as the Enterprise flies away. There's a nice comparison shot of it with the original, with the remastered and the original there. The remastered does have more of that weathered look and not so much gray. It's got more of that brown appearance. And a nice shot of it, the Enterprise leaving it behind right there as Khan discarded his old worthless vessel. And then talks about Khan returns. Executive producer Howard Bennett decided that the second Star Trek movie should feature Khan, but it took director Nicholas Meyer's talents to produce a finished script from a number of different treatments. And you know how well The Wrath of Khan turned out. Just a fantastic success story. So there's some different scenes from Star Trek II there, and it goes into talk about the movie a little bit. And just the last page here, again shows that scene of the Enterprise leaving. And then more Eaglemoss goodness here. And on the back of the magazine, you got a nice shot of the ship from the front. Usually they do a shot of it from the top for the back of the Eaglemoss magazines. This one is they chose from the front, or actually from the back. This is the back, not the front. My apologies. That's a weird choice. But still, it kind of looks the same from the front and the back if you're not really paying attention. I saw it in the little viewfinder there, and I thought it was the front for sure, but it's actually the back, as you guys can see. So that's it for the magazine. It is time to move on to the actual model itself, which of course I have right here, and it's in the standard Eaglemoss packaging. Nothing super great to look at. Got Star Trek on the side there, the TOS one, and then all the other Star Trek shows there. And on the back it's got the nice Delta, as you can see. So we will take it out. And this one I actually have not had out of the package to look at yet. So, and there it is there. It's about the length of my hand, because you have an idea of size. It's a good size, actually a nice model. This is probably one I'm going to put on display. I like to put the older ships on display underneath my TOS Enterprise there. This is one that would go really well. It'd be cool if this was 350 scale. It's a little bit small though for 350 scale for the to go with the other 350 Enterprise. But so there it is, guys. That's the Botany Bay, the DY-100 class. So let's just take a look at it. We'll talk about the weathering first. Along the main fuselage and the cargo containers, there's a lot of gray, light gray and dark gray weathering, some black details, a little bit of brown. Again, this doesn't hold up to even what the magazine shows. The magazine shows a very brown looking ship, which I kind of prefer. I actually did my own Botany Bay for the 1/1000th scale AMT kit, the Botany Bay Encounter, which I will show you guys. Did my own Enterprise or Botany Bay in more of a brownish color like it's supposed to be, but the weathering on this is quite unique. On the cargo containers, like I said, it's a lot of pitting and corrosion look, which is fine. So that's good. It's all over the entire model like that, which is nice. Look at the front. It's got the SS Botany Bay written on the side, which is a nice little feature. Venting, Lots of vents and different colored components along the spine. Again, just different greeblies and features. The main conning tower, as it would be called in a submarine, looks fine. There's not a lot of detail, and it's not very thick. I know for the remastered one, they actually put a standard size docking port at the top. Michael and Denise Okuda and I think Doug Drexler were responsible for putting that on, so that something could dock to it, which would make sense for a space vehicle. This one doesn't look like it has the width to accommodate something like that, which is a bit of a shame. But that's alright. The bottom of the ship just overall has like very little detail. Whether it be on the front, which is the pencil-shaped part, or at the back, there's just no detail on the bottom really, except for the weathering. The front of the cargo modules have like this, again, like a venting or a corrugated area, which looks good. I do like that. The back of the cargo containers are smooth. They aren't vented or corrugated the same way. Moving back a little further to where the nuclear reactor is at the back, it's very flat, not a lot of detail there. A little bit of details on the top, just some race parts and some more vents again. But again, like I said, there's not a lot of detail. The solar panels on the side are quite thick. On my AMT kit and on the CG model that Sam uses, they're actually very thin. They're actually see-through, like a see-through grating on that CG model. So I prefer them being thickened up at the back here. Very little detail on them though. I wish they would have made more detail on them, especially the inner parts. The inner parts are very bland and plain. The outer part looks fine. I just wish it would have been more like a solar panel, had like a black detail or some kind of detail in there to show that there's something there that powers it. And again, here, like to have them, the top one slanting that way and the bottom one slanting that way, I think would have made a cool look. Like I would like to kind of redesign that. But, and on the very back here, you got the thrusters, which there's not a lot of detail going on there at all. But there is some thruster detail, so nothing super fantastical. Yeah, that's the Botany Bay. I mean, overall, it's a great model. I do appreciate that Eaglemoss kind of kept the look of the original blue-spilled version with more of the blues and the grays in this. It is kind of nice. I, however, personally prefer the darker one like we saw in the magazine, and like my model downstairs is actually painted. That's more of what I prefer, but this is really well done. It's a good size for the size of ship. I think it's actually fairly decently sized, so I have no issues with that at all. I think Eaglemoss did a pretty fantastic job with this. A lot of metal in it, very little plastic, and just overall good model, good representation by Eaglemoss. So I would highly recommend the Botany Bay if you guys are into the older style TOS ships, or just anything like that, or a Rathacon if that's your thing. This is a great model to have. I will take it over to the 350 model and kind of compare it size-wise, but it's not going to cut it as far as length goes, but it'll be interesting to see anyway. So, but we'll do that real quick, and then we'll go take it on the stand and take a look and finish up this video. So, good job, Eaglemoss. Love it. Now let's take like forever to get over to the stand. Sublight and all, Plus, shh, be quiet. Everybody's sleeping. Alright, so there we go. I turned on the lights for you. It's a little bit loud. I apologize for the loudness of the motors, but so here's the Botany Bay in comparison size-wise to the 350 scale Enterprise, which on first glance I would say would be pretty accurate. However, it's actually about that long, maybe a little longer. Like I said, watch our DY100 class episode that's coming out shortly. Probably in perspective, it should be about that big, maybe there. hard to say, but I just wanted to kind of put it up against the 350 scale there. But when you get it really close, it's actually quite small in comparison, which I would have thought would have been fine at first glance, but considering we just did our episode on the DY100, and I know the sizing, yeah, it's a shame actually. It would have been awesome to sit beside that. I can still do it, I guess. Not many people are going to know the difference, but now you guys do. So, So, alright, let's, again, head on over to the stand. Oops. Alright guys, so here it is on the stand, looking actually fantastic. I love the way the stand slots in. It actually fits right between those three details at the back there and snugs in nice and secure, which again I love, because a lot of times Eaglemoss obscures a lot of the model with the stand placement, especially if it's a Federation ship. The secondary hull gets like obliterated and obscured by that clear stand. Yes, it's clear, but it distorts images, it reflects light, it just takes away from the overall look of the ship in most cases, so, and that's a bit of a shame. So, no, this is one that I highly recommend from Eaglemoss. I think they did a great job, and I'm absolutely loving this one. Looks great. And the placement on the stand is good. It, like I said, it's nice and secure. So if you have it on a lower shelf, it looks fantastic. I mean, this ship is so skinny that a lot of people might not be impressed by how it looks. I mean, I personally don't have a problem with how skinny it is, but a lot of people might. It is a more older antique ship, so down on a low shelf looks fine. On a eye level shelf, it looks great. Like, that's the classic Botany Bay look right there. So again, eye level shelf would be fantastic for displaying as well. Plus, you can angle it toward yourself or whatever. And on a higher shelf, it still has that cool look, you know. Even if we go a little bit lower here, it still works fine on a high shelf. So I think that's great. So guys, that is the Botany Bay. If you guys are interested in picking one up, I would highly recommend doing so. I think Eaglemoss did a great job with this one. But yeah, click the link in the description below, head on over to the Eaglemoss site, load up your cart, and use the discount code Trekyards at checkout to save yourself some money. And as always, check out all the other cool stuff we have down in the description. Lots of great ways to get some cool stuff for yourself, help out the channel, and just have some fun. So lots of cool links and everything down there as well. Yeah. So as always, guys, I hope you liked the video. I hope you enjoyed this little presentation. And look forward to seeing you guys again very soon. So until next time, guys, be sure to like the video, subscribe to both channels, and click the notification icons, as that helps out the channel. Share the video around, just spread the word, and also like and watch other videos by us as well. Lots of cool stuff. So until next time, guys, I'm Captain Foley. See you in the future.